We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope
we are looking to bounce back.
We are off and running on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Oh, Warrior, we are going to bounce back. We got to get this dub. Yeah. We'll see. Sam Howell. Let's see if he's the guy.
To throw right away is Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know they're nice to cover. He just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. When you look at this Bronco defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on.
Give me that.
A little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Right.
Give me that.
With a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Howell throwing
Pick.
on third down.
What? No.
To his running back out of the backfield. Now he's loose.
No freaking way, bro.
Brian Robinson Jr. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
No freaking way. That should have been a pick. Why did he go for it?
This afternoon.
Jeremy Chin. Yo.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So 1st and 10 here
Broncos
for Wilson
country.
and the
This is when
Broncos
our drive starts.
at their 25-yard line. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy.
Let's go.
It's Javonte Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in. We had expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
They run with a former Bengal. It's Samaje Perine. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he's brought down. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Broncos first.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Got his man, it's Dosich. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Williams will try again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The kick by Watts is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Samuel going to go in motion right. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Under a heavy rush.
Give me that sack, bro.
Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Broncos country, man. Let's ride.
A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Third and long. Here's Howell. He's going to look deep down the field. And
Pat Surtain should have picked that off. He should have picked that off. Oh, Terry McLaurin is out for the game.
This is what you want to see from the defense.
Huge W.
Draw a touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dosich.
All right, we're looking better this week.
Across midfield and inside the 45.
We are looking way better this
23
week.
yards the pickup there.
And that was good protection.
Last week,
that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver.
Bad, bro.
Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, here's P-Ryan.
How?
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
How,
They contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Hey!
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing.
Why do they drop the ball every time,
Because
bro?
that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball
No
in the
Spanish.
air. Never gave up. Converged on
Like,
his man and broke the play up.
They drop the ball more than I see ever. Literally ever.
Here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Give me that.
Hard throw, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far.
Like,
in this
they really
game.
dropped
the
the
coverage
ball,
has been
like,
tight. And just
at a
about
high
every
clip.
throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to.
Oh yeah, we got
this
this.
one.
We got this.
The kick by Lutz is good.
We got
If you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards, Charles not only attempted but make it one of the longest kicks than we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely.
I literally have the worst kick return
field
defense
position. They'll
ever,
start at
bro.
the 32.
I don't know why. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad. So bad to the point where I don't trust it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained.
Can we get a pick?
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive,
man,
deep in your territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs.
I didn't have time, bro.
Then you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough third.
2K. Boy, it looks.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards.
You got to be good at 2 things or 1 thing, bro. Or you just got to be mid at everything.
On third down, Howell.
Oh, that's a pick. There's no more spots, bro. There's no more spots that I know of.
This is
not that I know
a
of.
very good kick, angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Are you making the post score? Oh, wow. Well, this is going to be an interesting year, 2K. We're going to see who has skill or not.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker.
Are you scared to eat, bro? Come on.
Get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
no, why would I be scared?
How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it?
I know I can beat you, man. 6'11".
The hard part is, as an offensive play caller,
I'm not gonna lie, that Jokic template
too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done.
That Jokic and that Joker template.
He would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
But I can.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
All the way.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated.
Like a mud,
both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
What a dot. What a freaking dot.
Just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Give me time in that pocket and I'm torching.
They'll take it.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early
Green.
in his career.
Oh, my gosh. That Commanders D-line is no joke.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of
they are there every play,
rare
bro.
misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. Short throw caught by Dulcich. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Wilson.
Mine.
Same connection. Dulcich once again. And they're going to have
Mine.
as the tackle's made.
Mine.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces
Can I
a new
please
set
get
of
some
downs.
rushing yards? Oh, Lee. I can't get
carry,
one.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How do you not catch that?
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Oh, man, how do you not catch that, bro?
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Well, man.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Oh, wow.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well,
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
well, we're going to take a lead.
The kick by Lutz is good.
We're going to take a lead.
Back in front here. It's 9-7.
That's all that matters.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for
Broncos
3.
country.
So even though the offense is struggling a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual.
Good stop, man.
He's got a
Good stop.
when he delivers it with confidence.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. 3rd down and 13. And Howe will throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary.
I literally just want to play ball, not tap.
Secondary and swat that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And returning it, here's Hamler. That'll be put in the books as a 53.
Are you serious, bro? Don't tell me I gotta start the whole dang game over. That's so dumb, bro. Gosh, bro. That is freaking crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. That was a good defensive stop. Terry McLaurin got hurt. Like, oh man. Well, it was fun while it lasted, so. And Russ was like, Russ was cooking. Russ was cooking. Russ was cooking, man, and now I gotta start over. Well, you know what? It takes away them 7 points he did not deserve. But
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer.
I am
Hope
sick
you're
to my
enjoying
stomach,
it wherever
though,
you
not
are,
gonna
as we
lie.
are off and running on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And not much to speak of. Unit against the run in the NFL.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
What my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual
Oh,
battles,
my God.
man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on
That
first
is
and
crazy.
10. They go play action with Howell. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. Breaks the tackle now, Riley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big
This
man
is
did not
crazy.
want
Yo,
to go down
what's going
and
on?
refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Come on.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
Nah, you gotta stop.
They're going to stop him right
You have to stop right here.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Play clock down to 5.
Look at that, he's scared.
Timeout. They'll have
He'll know
2
what to do.
remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's see what he does here. Triple stack. What kind of formation this is? Yeah, give me that.
He's going to go down. Sacked back at
I don't know what he was trying to do right there.
Nick Bonito in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only Week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. And some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Faking the handoff, Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. And that play gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Samuel going to go in motion right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
A first down from Dulcich, and the only reason more people aren't talking about his rookie season is because he was injured a good chunk of it. Showed in a couple of big games he can be a big-time playmaker at tight end.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come
Either
by
this
down
run
here near
offense
the
is
goal
not
line.
good or
That's
just
good work
freaking
defensively there on first down.
Washington's
Holding them to a short
good
gain.
on the line.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Wilson. Got a man and he puts him in stride. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Wrong way to go.
They need to reward that.
How did you miss that
goal
throw?
line stand, they've got to make that stand
Like,
up
come on,
themselves,
bro.
right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on
That's
the
a
sidelines.
wide open
At
throw.
least get 2 first downs. 3
Like, you
would be
cannot
better.
miss that.
Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
2nd and 10. Howell now to throw it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. That is incomplete.
Do y'all see that, bro? These corners do not go for the pick
Got
no
his
more.
hand in and knocked it away.
I'm so
Was trying
confused.
to
Like, go
find
for the
John
pick.
Dotson, but it's
Stop
going to be
going.
second down.
Like, literally just watch it. Makes me angry.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That good for 19 and a first down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the other one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I am lagging.
Dixon now to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Second down, Howell back to pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, here's Howell, eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
All right, lunch is done. Let's go. Let's get back to kicking.
Denver offense at the line,
Lunch
ready
is
to
done.
go. And with good starting field position,
this lag
three
gotta go,
timeouts as
bro.
well in their pocket. No reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Yeah,
On
let's
first
put
down,
something up,
Wilson
bro.
flush to his right.
That's fine.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as
I'm
he got outside the
lagging, bro.
pocket, I thought he was going
Holy.
to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
This is not fair,
and made him
dog.
try a pass
Oh, the
downfield
lag.
that fell incomplete.
Yo,
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a
call
3rd
no
and
huddle.
2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that
I wasn't
decision.
lagging last game. That's
And
the
how
thing.
about the call here? They need 2 yards in their
why
own
I'm lagging
territory
now.
on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And it's incomplete.
I don't know
They
why I'm
cannot
lagging now.
convert, and they turn it over. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now.
He really almost scored,
So
bro.
if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Terry McLaurin
Line
stays
of
healthy,
scrimmage,
now
the
my dude
31
gets
now
hurt.
on 1st and 10.
Yo, hey, yo.
Samuel in motion.
Literally everything's going wrong
They'll
right
go
now.
play action. Howell.
How's that not
That one
intentional
to the
grounding?
right side and incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was
can I
in the
not have
area.
fun?
Correct call made. No grounding.
Can I not have fun?
Now a 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. Looking for Dodson.
Wow.
He's got him. Touchdown.
Riley Moss.
Washington.
Getting killed.
Jahan Dotson. As the first half is winding down. And
It
the
wasn't like
Commanders
this the
would
first
extend their
game.
lead here just before halftime. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they
oh my gosh.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, literally just 9-7 last game. Literally. And I have momentum. That's crazy.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good.
Let's go on the run, please.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ferguson should not be catching up, bro.
Wilson will throw again. Screen play set up for Williams.
He's still
touchdown. Javonte Williams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Wilson going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
Come on, man.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yo, come on.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now trying to pick it up on 3rd. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's what we do! That's what we do! Another day in the office!
This could be it. This could be the turning point.
Damn, they screaming, "Go James, go James."
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Patrick.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Come on, Patrick. Come on, Tim Patrick.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Something, bro. We need a spark somewhere.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Oh, this lag is not fun, bro.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos.
Yeah, this lag is not going to be fun, bro. Come on, stop it.
Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Let's cook.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again, Wilson.
Bro.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. And now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. To throw is Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was
not even
freed up in
doing
order to
nothing
stuff
special,
that one for
just-
a loss. I think quarterbacks
I just
got to
gotta
see
execute,
that.
bro.
Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Yo, come on, bro.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Looking for McLaurin.
How is
and he's
Surtain
got
getting
it.
beat by McLaurin?
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be
Wait, what?
looking
I
his
have to
way,
watch
and
their
they
celebration?
did for big yardage and a 1st
I
down.
didn't watch all that.
I think the defense
Hurry
fell
up.
asleep at the switch on that
Take a
one.
play.
I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's getting double.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. 3rd down coming up.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the...
I need a new controller, bro. Bad.
They're going to motion Dotson to the left. Robinson up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They go play action with Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the counter, Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Moving inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
But these guys are going to be freewheeling now.
This
all
is
of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
This is crazy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the ice. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 36 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Yeah, he was. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Waste of time.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he is going to have a Broncos first down. So signals the referee as they're going to convert by about a yard there on 4th and 5. Big conversion.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, 0-0-0. Hey, alert.
Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Another Broncos first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Now Wilson. Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Williams. Push pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On the give, here's Robinson. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Washington.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. I know it wasn't a dub, but continue to like the videos and sub. And share this channel, man. Russ had 400 yards. Not bad passing, but didn't get the job done. Again, we struggle on the ground. Both ways. So we need to tighten up on that. Marvin Mims had his day. Tim Patrick, Cortland Sutherland, tight end. So the offense is just, it's okay. It's there, but we just need to tighten up on the defensive end. He getting the sacks. That's what I need to see in him. So drop a like on the video. I'm out.